afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to an exciting, riveting, and amazing 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma between the West. It is Happycat, most happy of cats, fighting here for the German army, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 17th Panzer Division with elite troops, Festung armor, and defensive with tripling forces. It is Tiefflieger fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, taking on the role of the shock. Well, doctrine of the shock rifle, urban defense, and guard motor, taking on the role here of the 10th Mechanized Corps. We got a double MD42 study for Happycat. That's definitely interesting. I think a strong indicator of a tier 2 rush here. There's a double crunch for Tiefflieger, and as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Would make me awfully happy if you did, and of course help me out a bunch. Plus, it helps you, see the videos more likely on your timelines and whatnot. Also, a big thanks to Jordan for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. You're part of my company here, Jordan, you wonderful person, you. And you too can also join such heroic ranks by donating yourself or pledging on Patreon, and links in the video description. Sam, up in the North tier side here, more pioneers for Happycat. Certainly a very, very strong now indicator of a tier 2 rush here by Happycat. Tiefflieger with the double conscripts. Moving northwards here, quite aggressively looking to, I think, put some pressure on Happycat's early game. Though, of course, with 2 MD42s possibly set up, that early rush and disruptive play may find itself met by a hailstorm of MD42 fire. Got the Northern Nations MD4 moving up, conscript going further northwards here. Third one on the way for Happycat. MD4 sitting up the building. It does cover the area here, but doesn't leave the fuel in the car for one entirely safe. Conscript through the center. Second M4 sitting up here, so we got 2 zones here of high volume fire against any Soviet infantry that appears, to appear naughty in their sight, which means all of them. And there you go, conscript caught with MD42 suppressed there. Not looking great in particular, not in negative count. There you go, that's a quick retreat there from Tiefflieger as his men are not bulletproof. Responding course to moving in the north aim before to abandon his position. Of course, it does leave a possible flank here from the conscripts, though with most of this wired off, it does leave only a more smaller gap to move in through there, which can of course work out a bit for Happycat. But there you go, conscript ready to flank. No Molotovs, going to be great to deal with the MD42s like that. Conscript suppressed, MD42 then needs to position fast, but even then, that simply is the weakness of the MD42. If it first gets caught off guard, it actually can be a very difficult time stabilizing against infantry, and usually has to retreat. But it seems like Happycat is very much a big optimist in this department. Pioneers moving in there. Oh dear, who's your more moved on flying fine? There you go, punch coming in there, so that support gunners and the pioneers can focus on the conscripts. Can do enough damage here, hard to say. This is the sort of situation where Molotov would be great because you'd force the MD42 to more or less have to move immediately anyways. He's almost got, but as you notice again, the pioneers, since the conscripts aren't dealing damage to them, are getting a lot of damage, and they got 6 kills. Certainly highlighting what pioneers can do, with, a bit of elbow grease and not getting shot at. Happycat is going to take up next. I think there's going to be some fast punts are going to do here from Happycat. Pioneers, they almost got the conscript there, though again, the pioneers themselves almost dead as well. And there you go, pioneers finally forced to fall back, more troops coming in. So far though, Tiefflieger's northern push, because again, Happycat didn't expect to get a lot of infantry out there, has been a success. He's going to have to work a hard back way there to sort of get into the field again. And now if Tiefflieger's smart, he might consider laying down mines and dig in there to make it harder for Happycat to break out of this otherwise early push. And there you go, sandbags up here, sandbags up there. Very good stuff there from Tiefflieger. Conscript, they're retreating, also very good. Probably seeing some medics soon enough, if they aren't already there, in fact. No sign of doctrine yet from either side. Back here, pioneers reinforcing. And we got the tech almost done there for Happycat. Almost. And there we go. Panzer going to be on the way. He could, of course, also go for the bunker, but for some medics, but I imagine he's going to try and push out 2 Panzer squads as fast as possible initially, and then he can always follow up with what he wants. Telemines in the south, obviously worried about fast vehicular movements, in which case a telemine in the right place can be quite great at running that. But still, 2 fuel points for Tiefflieger in the early game, plus most of the map is a great situation to find himself in the third player. He's getting 30 fuel, but his opponent's only getting 16, so he's almost getting twice as much fuel. This is going to take up faster, more aggressively, and get out tanks faster here. And the Happycat mine fact struggles and then it counters forward. So good stuff here for Tiefflieger. Of course, the question is how long can he hold onto the fuel points and the other points in the south here. Conscript puts back the pioneers. Telemine is done. And we got the first Panzer in his squad right here for Happycat. He can go for a second one now. MD4 continues to fire with the conscript on the sandbag so far. Taking a bit of damage. It's still going to take some time for the MD4 to deal with them. And there you go. Second Panzer going to just go there for Happycat and the 17th Panzer Division. Conscript trying to flank him, but he can hold an MD42 set up to cover the first one. Good work there by Happycat. Nice overlapping fields of fire. Always a good idea to have if possible, though of course not always possible. Contrast the Panzers in the south. There we go. Molotov off. Forcing that out of the cover, giving the Panzer a chance at the range to deal with them. It's going to force them in close. We'll see what deals with them. There we go. Panzer moving in. Panzer already depleted, so the Panzer might still have a chance here. And they could, of course, try and pop a grenade here. But there you go. More troops arriving. That might just be the tipping point here for the Panzers, though again, they are doing quite well here. We'll briefly consider the bomb grenade. Further north here, the assault for Happycat is stalling. Barging down here under unrelenting defenses from Tiefflieger. Bunker up in the base. Meg's on the way for that. And the Pan's going to just overcome the engineers. The last guy with the mitre, of course, just standing and watching in horror as his friends are cut to him. And he's just like, if only I had the weapon. I'm not a minesweeper. If only I could wield both. But sadly, I was not trained in such advanced techniques. Oh, the hubris. And just, you know, runs. It's like that scene in Saving Private Ryan, except, you know, it involves a minesweeper. And not just the guy standing in horror and panic as his, you know, friend gets stabbed by a German soldier. Anyway, shock troops on the way for Tiefflieger, and you've got two moving up. So that's going to be a bit more tricky here for Happycat, though the Panzer is backed up. MG4 troops can somewhat deal with him. It's going to be tricky here. Shock rifle, of course, means KV-8s, ambush guns, shock troopers, incendiary artillery barrages, and of course the IS-2 heavy tank. Panzer going to be doing what they can here. That's the conscript MG4 moving up. Of course, need to be carefully. He has seen the Molotovs. It's that he's forgotten about them, which is, well, typically not the greatest move there. There we go, MG4 to route it, ground back the northern fuel pump, but still, Tiefflieger has got a nice lead in terms of resources. He should be able to actually follow up, I think, with some fast tech here. We'll, of course, have to see if he does it, but he can do it. Shock troops moving in, and the Sturmovix with their PPSH-41 submachine guns and their body armor. Plus large satchels filled with grenades. Shock troops against the Pioneers. Gonna route them out in close quarters. Got two Panzer squads focusing down the shock troopers here. He's definitely making the right move and falling back with the shock troopers versus two Panzer squads there. They have a very difficult time getting close. 2-2 following up with the Happycat. I think with two Panzer squads, a good investment could also be just a 251 half to actually reinforce and heal them at the front line. That'll allow them to be more present down the field. But also give them more mobility and a better way to pressure his opponents. So that could have been a consideration as well there for Happycat. Just a small suggestion from my side. We got to take up then the base finally here for Tiefflieger. Sehr good. Panzer squad are flanking using the church. Other squad closing in, but low on health there, crossing open terrain. In this case, it's helped by Tiefflieger not focusing down the Panzers are closing in. 2-2 out there for Happycat, and there you go. Front Victor retreating, got a bun grenade. There's a party gift as well there. Goes off without really doing any damage. Shock troops running about there, 2-2 moving out. We don't have anti-tank grenades ready here for Tiefflieger, so he could be caught a bit off guard with the armored car for a brief while, not a brief while. Pack 45 for Happycat. He's obviously starting to worry about the light tank here from Tiefflieger, and there he goes. Tank command is up, and he has the fuel for the T-70 already, so good read there by Happycat. Had Tiefflieger been a bit faster with the tech, you could already be going for the T-70 by now, pressuring, I think, Happycat more so. Bit of a slight oversight there by Tiefflieger. Bit of an oversight there. I mean, used for the search, you want like any fuel lead to be translated into a really fast T-70. And so in this regard, he's definitely, you know, dropped the ball a bit there. Not GG, obviously, but it does mean, you know, he's not going to be like have a chance of maybe just closing out the fight fast, at least putting Happycat under some intense pressure here. Still, Tank command is up. He can go for the T-70 soon anyway, so, you know, here we are, bun grenade off. Panda kills one of the Pioneers. That's great. Then we go Molotov on the Panzer grenades, forcing them possibly back here. T-70 light tank on the way for Tiefflieger. Pack 40 ults ready here. The Panzer up the Kholodny Ferma. Further north, we got the 2-2 rolling about here for Happycat. Like the Panzer Spielwagen. Key shock to reinforcing. Conscript engineers saying southwards. But in the front line here, so he has now managed to disrupt his opponent's fuel flow, which was really just what Happycat wanted to do if possible. More telemounts would be a great investment here for Happycat, obviously. We'll have to see if he goes for it. Getting up to 3 infantry squads, I think, would also be very good idea for Happycat. I mean, 2 Panzer on this squad, well, great. You still need like that minimum 3, so maybe like go for a 3rd Panzer on this squad. go for elite troops or some stormtroopers, even go defensive also, but I definitely feel like he needs more than just 2 Panzer Grenadier scores. I mean, they don't all have to be Panzer Grenadiers, obviously, but something besides, something on top of that, I think is necessary here for Happycat, in my own personal opinion. Comes to the right about the 222. And the same if you got the T-7 against the Panzer squad there, heavy cover there will provide some sanctuary, some relief, but routed. Comes right in the north, Pack 40 sending up here. Pack shoots, misses the T-70 here, narrow one, but not quite. Good running in, the country hold up inside the church, slowly bled out. Happycat, of course, can soonish begin taking up here. So set up for it at the very least would be a very good idea there. So the fasting just get it set up is, I think, is good. Otherwise, he probably should start considering choosing a Doxney and making some plans beyond that. Back here, Tiefflieger could consider another T-70 again. That way, try and translate his fuel advantage. If you can't get into a really fast T-70, he could try and go for double T-70s. And that way, just closes his opponent out of the match. Obviously, a bit risky if the T-70s fail. You obviously put yourself behind. It might even negate your lead. But if it pays off, obviously, you're in a great position. So it is something Tiefflieger here can consider. They're not a must. Happycat going for a second Pack 40, indicating he is possibly, in fact, worried about double T-70s here. But otherwise, again, probably just an extension here of the fact he's behind. I mean, it could, I suppose, in the crash will be some indication of a Tiger is stalled already now, though I think that'd be a very bad idea, but Happycat was doing that already. Quick grenade. Oh, okay, I thought that was his own grenade that went off the front door there. Continuing up, Shock was there. Failed to have the grenade do much here against the Panzer Grenadiers. 12 kills, 13 kills, 14 kills. Slowly approaching Met 3 here. Shock was down to 3 minutes to treat the other T-7, but taking damage here. Not looking great. Second Pack 40 ready as well. T-7 flanking up behind. He has, of course, helped with the T-7 in this case, though. That Happycat doesn't have snares, though. In this case, the 2-2 though helps as well by blocking the retreat here of the T-7 and escape. Now go getting some great hits in the rear armor. Almost got the Pack 40 of the Shock Troops, might end up losing them, which would, of course, be pretty detrimental, and lose the T-70. Awkward call there, but Tiefflieger ends up costing him it and the Shock Troopers. A significant blow here to Tiefflieger. That really puts him far behind his opponent. That's what I believe he had. Just kind of went up and smoked that. Plus, I believe he actually lost the country squad as well there. So this is a great tactical and strategic victory for Happycat there. He's now in a very firm position of strength and control. He's also disrupting his opponent's fuel. So this is really great there for Happycat. A definite mistake for Tiefflieger. It's not all over yet. It's not game over, man. But he's going to have to do some heavy lifting, I think, now to, recover from this. Of course, he is playing as a Soviet, not since the Wehrmacht. He had been playing as the Wehrmacht, and this situation just suffered those losses that would have likely been GG. As the Soviets, of course, it's bad, but the Soviets typically have more bounce back. Most of the Allied factions in general do compared to the Wehrmacht. It's, in fact, one of the Wehrmacht's greater weaknesses. The faction does not particularly bounce back well from, bigger losses, setbacks, and mistakes in general. So second T-7 Lorry here again. He could have gone for it, but now more or less has to, because now has to really hope the T-70 switches the game back in his favor here versus Happycat. So quite a bit of a challenge here for Tiefflieger. Quite a bit of a challenge. Not impossible, of course. Again, the T-70 is great, but he does need to be more cautious about it with this time around. He needs more troops as well here versus Happycat. Great hit from the field gun there, and the 2-2. So Paul McCartney, they're very good. So this is not trying to stall into something, bit fast. That's, I think, is very important here for Happycat. Mine's going for Tiefflieger, very good. Second T-70 light tank out there for Tiefflieger. And the South comes coming out there. Sandbags as well here for Tiefflieger, very good. We got 366 versus 402. The Panzer Grenadier squad advancing there for the Sturmgewehrs in hand. MD-40 support. More mines here from Tiefflieger. Very thorough mining. Of course, we got double mines reserved for Happycat. He is taking no chances. In particular, he's getting lost behind. But there you go. Charges very aggressively in and gets hit not by one but 2 Pack 40. Of course, in this case, most of the shots missed. But it's, I think, a very clear signal here to Tiefflieger that he needs to be a tad more cautious with the T-70 this time around. And of course, hasn't still spotted that, I think, telemine. Oh, it has been dealt with. Great. For Tiefflieger, of course. For Happycat, it's a sad moment. Obviously not the end of the world either. Hardly something that'll be reported up to the highest chains of command in the German army. Mein Führer, a telemine has been removed on Kholodny Ferma. Mein Gott. Cancels the assault. Und, get me an Bratwurst, right? I'm a vegetarian. Get me an apple. Two training subs to the Pioneers, backing up there. Lots of minefields, obviously. Pack moving towards the centre with the second pack. Trying to create an anti-tank zone there. That's obviously going to be a challenge there. We got telemites up as well for him. Very good. T-Sim's going to get repairs. Field gun moving ahead. Shocks moving in. There could be a bit of a clash in the south between Tiefflieger and Happycat, who is definitely floating a bit of resource there. Probably going to go for a Panzer IV. Stemless son of Doctor here from Happycat. Happiest of cats. Obviously, not as happy as Basil, the kitty cat. Mine spotted there. So we've got some flare monsters from Tiefflieger. Thumbs up. Bit of an overlooked ability, but it can be quite handy. Just constantly just pinging and bleeding away at your opponent. And also just frustrating them. Back here, reinforcement healing. I think Tiefflieger may want to consider another field gun himself now. Mortars could also be a great addition to put pressure there on Happycat's support weapons and infantry. Happycat would still benefit from more infantry. Again, 2 Panzer Grenadier squads I feel like is a bit too little. There you go, Panzer for Happycat here in the 17th Panzer Division. MU-42 Panzer up the countries here. Panzer IV slowly approaching here for the German army. In the south, just remaining defensive positions. Seasoning northwards. 1 kill, halfway to efficiency 1. 2-2. Panzer with old clashing out here in the south. Shock troop with grenade field can be moved on. Panzer IV halfway done. Second field in there for Tiefflieger. Is obviously something to expect, you know, heavy German armor presence in the first place. It's very good there, very good. Skirmishes in the centre as well there. We got Panzer the T-70 MD4 12 clashing out. Of course, still need to mind for the Pack 40s as they could make very short of the T-70. If he's not cautious, make use of the train in this case, get close to the T-70. Not exposed up to the Pack 40 too easily. Very good play there by Tiefflieger. Thumbs up. Seeing him perhaps abandon the church. You might also be a bit careful about telemines here, which I can understand. This is a great spot for telemines. If opponents try to move through any tanks, they're guaranteed to hit it. 2-2 moving up there, backing off with the T-70 again. Very good. Northern Victor Ponces as well. Holding up the south here. Sandbags up. And there you go. Panzer IV for Happycat. Adding the pin-em-up machine gun there. 2-2 heading further northwards. Constable retreat. Doesn't decide to stick around there. Back here we do get a mortar there for Tiefflieger. Very good. Artillery support to help put pressure on the support weapons, and all that can also cause in a pinch provide a smoke screen to either facilitate an escape, a repositioning, or a retreat. So thumbs up there to Tiefflieger. Happycat there meanwhile is, I'm not sure how he's doing, but again I would strongly suggest more infantry. He could also consider fuel cache now. Maybe set up for some more armor faster. That could also be a very great investment. There you go. Panzer IV hits a mine here. Of course, in this case the terrain makes it very difficult for Tiefflieger to follow up with anything to finish it off here. Still, it does slow down the Panzer IV a bit and ensures that Happycat can't get too aggressive with it right away. So that is nice there. T-Sim being fixed up. Mortar being hauled forward here by Tiefflieger and the Red Army. Troops reinforcing healing, so good. There you go, mortar firing away at the machine gun in the church. At least that's what I expect to go, and there we go. It does in fact go on the MD42 up north. Victor Ponces there again. Continue to sneak about in the south. Tiefflieger obviously a bit more hesitant now. The Pack 4s and everything else makes an assault in the centre a bit difficult without, I think, significant smoke screen and significant preparation. So, bit of a challenging position again, losing that T-70 on plus that shock to the squad really was a significant hit there to Happycat, and there you go, T-70 gets spotted at the double packs and it's almost knocked out already. Mines needs to send about a field gun. Oh, needs to get the T-70 away from that, needs to get it away. Oh, and it goes down to the Panzer IV. Not great there for Tiefflieger. Great for the field gun, the Panzer IV, but it is not enough by far to really finish it off there. Maximum fallout for Tiefflieger. He's definitely, I think, setting up here for a longer haul now versus Happycat. The plan of winning fast is definitely dead in the water. So now it looks like he's turning to a stalling strategy here versus Tiefflieger. Oh, for versus Happycat. We'll have to see how he executes it. Meanwhile, Happycat there is going for T4, still floating on manpower, so I think she'll consider for some upgrades and whatnot. Continuing ahead here, trying to push through the small gap. Not a bad idea. Pioneer's been caught up with the shock troopers. Ooh, good chance getting wiped with the shock troopers. Good chance. And gets it. Small loss there for Happycat. Panzer IV rushing in. Field guns are being hauled forward. Contributing something there. Pioneer's moving up here. Looks like there's a gap here in Happycat's defender center, and Tiefflieger does seem to be exploiting it to some degree, but not fast enough. In the south here, Panzer has hit a mine, forcing the immediate retreat. More Pioneers for Happycat, and the German army, this 17th Panzer Division. Panzer 4, the 2 kills. Back here, troops reinforcing. In fact, they're pretty much good to go, whatever they want to do. Should consider take up here. Counter taken directed here from the Panzer 4. Half the unit gone. Field gun can't hit due to the church being in the way. Oh, perhaps it wasn't set up. I'll wait. Still can't hit. There, the church. Oh, there we go. Did actually get a hit there. Silly Dane. Silly Dane. Other field gun moving up there. Panzer 4 bounces the shot. Dirt being knocked up in the air. Troops launching assault on the center machine gun not set up here. Second field gun hit there. Very good. And we got incendiary artillery here around the center to prevent any immediate push there from Happycat. And there you go. A sea of fire envelops the center. The Panzers have been caught in that little inferno. Back here, mechanized armor company almost done for Tiefflieger. Will he try and stall for the IS-2? Will he go for something else? Double mortars for Happycat. Deciding he too can play the mortar game. And he can play it twice as good. Mortar being moved about here. To traverse the conscripts. Back here, reinforcement. And he is in fact sticking to the double mortars. Got the heavy Panzer up there for Happycat. Well, he's probably not going to go for Panzer if he's going for double mortars. That'd be, I think, a bit of a strange move then. Also, I'd probably argue that double mortars in most cases are going to do better than a Panzer effort. Have a bit more flexibility through them as well. All the way though, double mortars. Is a Sturm Panzer, a Panther. Oh, we got elite troops in mind. In fact, now he's going to go for the Tiger Race then. He still could do with some more infantry though. I definitely feel like again 2 Panzer escorts is pushing it a bit though. I suppose he's helped a bit here by Tiefflieger's early losses, which means he's not getting punished so much for it. In the south, he's making a move there. Pioneers and Panzers there, forming up a small task force. Good. Tiefflieger going for the Katyusha rocket launcher, more artillery to blast his way through Happycat's positions. Well, that could help punish Happycat and try and stall for the Tiger Race, since he's going to have less armor and could of course be pushed away by the rocket launcher though. He still has a tank and Tiefflieger has no tanks. Maximum firing range support here of the engineers. Field guns hanging back here. Mortar fire raining down again. Double mortars. A small battery here from Happycat. Worth noting they actually scattered about. Which is actually also, I believe, how the Germans did it. They would not place them right next to each other. They'd be sort of set up so they can cover a large amount of terrain and ground. So good work there for Happycat. Playing according to German mortar tactics. But there you go. Katyusha rocket launcher out the BM-13. Note the Soviets had a variety of rocket trucks. There we go, firing away there with a variety of rockets. Straight shots here. Ooh, first volley didn't do quite well there. Second one, decent hit on the mortar in the building. Mortar wiped the machine gun holding up here. And the rockets almost take out the building. Had those rockets been slightly more accurate, the machine would also been down there. A minor loss there for Happycat, but the mortars can be crude. Meanwhile, the Katyusha won't be doing anything for roughly a minute and a half. So while not the worst, and I suppose it did us on the use of the building there as a machine gun nest, but yeah, no, could have also think been a tad more impactful there for Tiefflieger. We got mobilized on the conscripts, very good. Gives them obviously a bit more durability. Panzer moving through the trees. Apparently they speak with the squirrels. Jürgen, how do you do it? The secret, my Heinz, the secret is peanuts. Peanuts? How do you get them here? That's the other secret. I have friends in the right places. Shock reverse the Panzers there, closing them down there. Up close, the shock do win a lot of the time. There you go, Panzers are routed. Engineers got the centre victory point here, so on the victory on the 10 as well. We got 323 versus 187. Teleline spot as well. They should probably destroy it before he forgets about it. Panzer forming up, shooting at engineers. Sending fun and gun firing away there, blazing away there. Tiger is still some time away here from Happycat, but he does seem focused on it. He does have a tank, and of course that is really important. He's not just trying to stall directly for the Tiger Race with nothing in between to keep pressure on his opponents. So this is actually an important distinction. Though I'd still recommend a second tank before trying this. But at least Happycat is just trying to coast by on no tanks whatsoever. So at least there's some mitigation here. But at least, as always, if you're trying to go for a big tank, always get out 2 medium tanks to make it more work smoothly. Because the problem is without tanks at all, A, you're just more easily pushed off, but also you're going to suffer much more manpower bleeding, whereas having a couple of tanks out means they're doing most of the fighting. They just need to be repaired. And that obviously also keeps manpower bleeding down on you. Making it easy to set up the manpower for the really big, ugly tank. Katyusha can fire again. They could try and open the double packs. It's actually a bit of a mistake by Happycat. Got the field gun, but not the greatest barrage there. That was closer to good one. There we go. Got the pack 40 wiped out there. Small punishment there on Happycat. Need to get that field and crew. We got grenades off the pants popping right into the grenade. Goes off. Slightly awkward timing there. Quickly about the shocks with a small bit of luck. Panther 4 goes straight for the Katyusha rocket launcher. Tiefflieger gets off an anti-tank grenade. Katyusha doesn't get away there. He might be able to take off out the Panzer 4 though, which obviously can be pretty great here for Tiefflieger, but I mean, he still ended up losing the Katyusha. I feel like he could have avoided that, to be honest. Oh, they might even get the pack 40. That would make it, I think, a bit better here for Tiefflieger. Does get the pack 40 out of the hands of Happycat into his own. Tiger is starting to get very close there. Constantly can't grab the field unless they're suppressed. 2-2 moving up. There you go. Got the pack 40. Can use get sweep there. Shocks was being wiped out. Their mortars just keep pumping away their mortar rounds. Panther 4 down. So tactically not awful there, but of course Tiefflieger did lose the Katyusha rocket launcher. He did lose a field gun briefly. And Happycat's about to hit him with a Tiger race, so this is about to get a bit more unpleasant for Tiefflieger, to put it very gently. Maxim sitting out here. T-54 forces himself of Tiefflieger. Gonna help first the infantry, the vehicles, the support weapons. Can flank them, the packs it is, but obviously, first the Tiger race. The T-3476 might find itself a bit outmatched. Just a bit outmatched. Could put more pressure from the north. I feel like that'd be a great way to get the T-3476 doing some work there. Move it up, pick out the machine, then begin putting more pressure than Happycat's northern front. Machine gun moving straight to the Maxim machine gun. Could pop the sustained fire here. Surprisingly overlooked ability, though admittedly a lot of ML players also overlook incendiary piercing rounds, so you know. T-34 is arriving, and just as that arrives, Happycat's Tiger Race arrives here, a hero of the German Reich. In the south here, a bit of skirmish going on. T-34 great here in the south for, I think, Tiefflieger. Mortars keep punching away. They got one with 7 kills, 52 already. Good work there by Happycat. Shocks coming in there to deal with that one. Greetings, comrades. A small present from the Soviet Union. Well, that could have been a close one. That shot had hit the tail mine. That probably would have been the Panzer squad dead entirely. Tiger Race rolling through here aggressively. T-34 rolling back. Tiger is advancing. Catching in the T-34 line of sight. Yes, there we go. Great hit. 88 milligun punches through the armor as a hot knife through butter. Another shot. The T-34 down to half health already. Gets a piercing shot on the Tiger Race front armor. Another shot there from the Tiger Race. T-34 about to go. There we go. He's ramming it just as the Tiger Race pops smoke and it's vulnerable. He rams the Tiger Race. Stunning it here with a damaged engine now in front of the field guns. At least it didn't get immobilized, which can happen a small amount of the time when you ram a tank. It can get immobilized, as it turns out. I think it's like a 5 to 10% chance of doing so. Vehicles are moving ahead here. Tiger Race is in a lot of trouble. It's down to a very small amount of health there. Conscripts keep charging out. The field guns moving through there, and apparently the field guns have also learned the peanut trick as they are also moving through here in the trees. It's sort of like looking at the pathing there. So the Tiger Race could in fact go down here. A huge blow to Happycat. That's certainly a great punishment there for extending his Tiger Race and underestimating the gunnery of the third field guns. So yeah, got a bit too greedy there, I think. Mr. Happycat suffered a punishing blow there with the Tiger Race, though I would not say GG for him yet. He still has plenty of other stuff in the field, but certainly is a bit painful and a bit embarrassing. The machine gun bunker up, become the Coh2 one, an area here. Good play there by Happycat. Nice work. Pushing here for the Coh2 on the south, straight to the maximum. Vector 2 with 5 kills. And there you go, quick route. Happycat decides not to try and stick around here. T-34 takes more for Tiefflieger. He is not trying to solve for the IS-2 here. I think that's a good move. And can you say northwards for the victory point there? We got 319 versus 169. Mortar there with 0 kills. We're close to 2. Probably should retreat that mortar. It's in need of healing and reinforcement. It would be a shame here for Tiefflieger to lose his mortar to their fascists. Conscripts setting out here. Back here, just reinforcing healing tech. Oh, T-54 almost done. Field guns also more or less in good working condition here. Almost got the northern victory point as well. Mines being laid down in the S-mine field, in this case in the south. Good work there by Happycat. There we go. T-34 mobilized. Troops sending out. Troops advancing in for the syndicate. Panzer the conscripts. Field guns ready to back up. And here we go. We got conscripts pioneers in the south. Of course, they can't use advance due to the S-mine field in the way. Up north, 2-2 going for the pioneers here by the victory point. Forcing those away, at least attempting to force them away. Panzer squad remains as a thorn in the side of Tiefflieger centre. Tiefflieger rushing southwards. Could use it as a minesweeper here. Coh2 to deal with the Panzers up north here. A lot of things as T-34 could be doing, but so far it doesn't seem to be doing any of them. Though it's about to run to that Panzer squad, going to be forced away. That'd be pretty handy there for Tiefflieger for now. As for Happycat, he could soon go for more medium armor. Of course, I give it completely bananas. He could try and stall for another Tiger race. I'm not recommended, but he could do it. Panzer have been equipped with G for the feast and also about to get wiped. That's certainly helpful there for Tiefflieger. He could put them out of his misery. Almost got a wipe down them. Almost got a wipe. Almost got a wipe there. And there they are. There they are. And the center got shock troops conquering about him before to continue to prove a hard point here for Happycat versus Tiefflieger. Didn't got a smoke grenade down. Conquering from the north. They're going to pass through the smoke. They're hitting the machine on the flank. Mortar firing down here on both sides. Mortars being forced back. At least one is. The other one's trying to set up again. Machine reaching virtually free. Field and trying about here with high close round. The T-34 moving up into the pack 40s here. 2-2 blocks until a mine goes off. The T-34-76 is indeed boshed and goes kaput. Awkward call there, but Tiefflieger ends up costing his T-34-76. Mortar fire continues to rain down all over the place. Field being pushed back. Maximum hoses away there. Halfway to 3 mortar keeps killing as well there. 2 kill. Oh, no kills. In fact, actually 2 though. Mortar fire land here on the pioneers. Not quite enough. Coh2 rocket launch again for Tiefflieger to try and once more blast his way for all the support weapons. I still feel like some smoke from great in there. He finally got a non-imp squad here, but it's only after the Panzers got wiped. Still T-34 using the stormtroopers. Got one of the field guns. Not great there for Tiefflieger either. Feel like he's just trying to hit northwards again. And he needs to be more careful around the centre, I think, for now. Multiple and the stormtroopers outside the building. Gonna flush them out. Panzer going to be advancing on the southern victory point, taking losses as they're out in the open. T-34 is ready. Might also see a concussor grenade here. That'd be quite effective, I think. Mortar firing down close to them, forcing retreat here. Close to eventually free there on the mortar. Nope, I hear one key difference between Happycat and Tiefflieger and the mortars is Happycat is consistently using the barrage abilities on the mortars. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Tiefflieger has yet to use it. And that is an important distinction to keep in mind, that since mortars shoot faster and are more accurate when they use the barrage abilities compared to when they just fire regularly. So good work there by Happycat. Thumbs up to him there. Conquering front of them before to in the centre. Cook Palmerton up. Oh, the all bunch up spawn. Coh2 rockets flying into it, causing heavy casualties amongst the support weapons there. Machine guns taking heavy losses. Mortars wiped out. Machine guns get wiped. There we go. Almost got one of the MB-42 crews, but it somehow survives. And the other one does too as well, but nonetheless the casualties are extensive. Both machine guns are barely alive. Mortar being pushed back. You need to try and steal the mortar. Them not so sure do much good. And Happycat really seems like he's just aiming for another Tiger race. Nemo heading for the northern victory point as well. There's grenade here. Not quite well timed there for Tiefflieger. Constantly forwards. If you could bring up the support weapons a bit better timed, I think that would go great. But still, 10 kills in that Coh2 barrage is pretty solid there for Tiefflieger and the Red Army. Stormtroopers and Panzer opening up with the G-33s. They give air 43. Counterpart here, 11 kills. Virtually 3 storms under fire from the machine gun. Could pop against sustained fire, but again, people in the machine gun abilities tend not to work well together here. Close to Veterans 1 then. The Coh2 up north, picture point secured. South side here, we got Panzer riding the conscripts. fact, almost getting a wipe there. Finally using badge ability within the mortar. Great work by Tiefflieger. I'm not entirely sure what he's shooting at. Oh, actually nice hit the machine gun crew, pushing down to half health already. Up north they're going for the fuel pumps, being disrupted by an MG42 set up there nicely. Good hit in the machine gun, gets one kill, in fact a straight up kill on the gunner. Another hit there, in fact kills 2 members, leaving only 1 man alive here for Happycat. Troops reinforcing healing, probably should go for initiative 5 here and also get that field recruit. Happycat is not far away from the second Tiger Race here, but ready to see more than 1 in the match. Lots of espionage from the north, good work there. Overall, Happycat's making great use of his abilities. We got to see machine gun bunkers, S-mines, telemines, not sending our piercing rounds though. And in terms of like ability, he's used the storm slugs, the G43s, Panzer tactician, stun grenades. We also seen the Tigers. We almost got a full doctrinal bingo. So that's neat. Tiefflieger meanwhile shoots shock troopers to the extended artillery barrage, but that's about it. He's having to set up his field against an ambush. Mortar recruit flares over from the mortar though. Good work there by Tiefflieger. Gives a bit of idea there what his opponent is doing. We are moments away from the second Tiger Racer from Happycat and the 17th Panzer Division. We'll have to see if we can do better than the first one. Seizing the point here with the stormtroopers. 7 kills close versus 1, conquering about here. We got 4 kills. Mortar firing down on the Happycat's mortar. They really should reinforce that mortar getting healed up. It's about to get wiped out there, which would be, I think, rather detrimental to Tiefflieger's overall plans of victory. Pioneers dealing with the suppressed conscripts. Again, that machine gun bunker is proving to be quite an investment there for Happycat. Although precision machine gun bunker can be quite a nuisance. So, thumbs up there to Happycat. They do rarely see usage in 1 vs 1 games, particularly higher ranked ones. But again, in the right position, just as a part of an overall defense, they're usually quite handy as sort of a way to augment it. Telemines there, obviously worried about a rush through here. Not bad. Up north, troops pushing in there. A bit more attempt to help maneuver Happycat finally. He's going to need some artillery to clear up the machine gun nest there. I'll get lucky, I guess. I do believe he's seen some intended artillery here on the machine gun nest in the north. We'll have to see if Happycat reacts in time. Second Tiger Race is seconds away here. In fact, 1 second. There we go. In fact, not even a second. Half one. And there you go. Tiger Race out. Machine gun force away there. So the entire area turns into an inferno. And things get awfully hot. There we go. Tiger Race number 2 rolling out here for Happycat. He's probably setting up for the R2 at this point, I think. But will he be ready for the Tiger Race? There you go, shot fired. Terrain that absorbs the hit from the Tiger Race. Lucky for the conscripts. And again, the wood sacrifice for the Third Army. But I don't think that's going to be how we go. Now the sandbags time to absorb hits from the Tiger Race. He's really lucky that just a lot of things are just absorbing hits. There you go. Now there's nothing to absorb the hits except the conscripts themselves. And obviously that's a great long-term strategy. Don't worry, comrades, I have an ingenious idea. You basically take the hits from the Tiger Race and you somehow hope to survive. You what? It's a great idea. No, it's not. Well, just try and pretend it is. Tiger Race down north is there. 5 kills and needs down to 5 from the Tigers in a few seconds. There you go. Once more, the sandbags will buy them a few extra seconds of time before they get annihilated. But yeah, they end up retreating swiftly in the face of the second Tiger Race. Ooh, mine went off there. Seems mortar there by with 5 kills now. Very good. Maybe mortar just the damage. Other mortar bombarding the third mortar. Maxing opening up that's the MG42. Now they start popping abilities there. Oh, about to hit the ace on that max machine gun, pretty handy. But now most of the victory points fall in control of Happycat. Tiefflieger stole for the R2, I think, came a bit awkward time again without any tanks and being in a slightly more great position here. Tigers moving forward here for Happycat. 5 kills, veteran 2-1. Max in the game, engaging with the Panzer Grenadier, 24 kills. Almost got the machine gun there, field gun moving up. very close to the IS-2. He has the fuel. He almost has the manpower, but we're half a minute away there from the IS-2 heavy tank. The main question, of course, is going to be sufficient for Tiefflieger to turn the tide here versus Happycat and the German army. Fielder shoots the Tiger Ace. Shot fails to pierce the 100mm thick frontal armor. Kruppstiel. The South Indian moving for the minefield there. Stormtroopers with the canyon. 9 kills for 21. Tiger Ace with 6 kills for 21 there. Obviously, they all start at veterans 1, so that's a bit silly. So, you know, it's a big thing. Con's going to take a hit from the mortar. Again, these mortars proved to be a great investment there for Happycat, to be honest. Great investment. And there you go. At the 40-minute mark, Tiefflieger can call in his IS-2 heavy tank. Could choose rocket launcher, firing at the machine in the center there. Quick response there from Happycat to avoid annihilation, or at least attempt to. Obviously, some people don't avoid being annihilated by the rockets as they scream through the skies from the Stalin organ there. And there you go, IS-2 heavy tank out for Tiefflieger. Grab the victory points here. Should probably add a pin-up machine gun. Just a bit of added anti-infantry. Double hits here on the Tiger Ace. Machine gun setting up, mortar nearby as well, but it's awfully close to the tunnel mine there. IS-2 heading northwards there. Not bad here, trying to avoid just charging straight into the Pak-40s. I think that is a very sensible tactical decision there by Tiefflieger. They should be sitting in alone either if it hits a telemine. The Paks are just going to quickly move up and just shoot it to bits if he's not careful. Stormtroopers punching through the center here. A Dervish assault there by Happycat. We got 224 versus 53. Tiefflieger continues the fight valiantly here for the Red Army. IS-2 moving towards the center now. Got Pride coming fire against the troops there. Mortar about to get spotted with IS-2 and cuts it off the tunnel. Nope. Doesn't shoot in time. Shoots misses here in the center troop being suppressed back. Oh, wiped out and destroyed. A significant blow there to Tiefflieger. Tiefflieger's situation is looking very perilous. And there you go. Target weak point on IS-2. Starting up for a bit there. Tiger Ace in line of fire. Shot bounces. Shot bounce off the Tiger Ace as well. Fleetland's firing away. The smoke's down from the mortar here from Happycat. 2 thumbs up there. Makes a match out of the field and fire there against the Tiger Ace. Meanwhile, Tiefflieger is yet to use his mortars in the same way. So, you know, good work by Happycat. Nice tactical play. Tiger Ace moving forwards here. Stormtroopers passing through, and there goes shotgun changes in 2 heavy tanks. Tiger Ace was in much better condition than the IS-2, so barring any extreme RNG here, I think the Tiger Ace has got this one. There you go, Pax winning as well. There you go, the IS-2 is down. A significant blow there to Tiefflieger. More Stormtroopers out, he's lose the other squad. He's still only operating with 2 squads, and I still say too little, but I think in this case he was large enough punished by, again, those early losses with the T's and the shock to the squad here by Tiefflieger. Otherwise, had he not lost those, I think Happycat could have gone a lot more punished. Mortar crew wiped down there, and the end Tiefflieger loses. A win there for the German army, a loss for the Red Army. A brutal fight here on Kholodny Ferma. In the end, like Tiefflieger, those losses really hurt him, but I also feel like focused too much in the center, didn't use his abilities quite efficiently either. I feel like, again, had he been more judicious in use of that early T center, I think he'd been in a much stronger position versus Happycat overall. And I think would have been able to handle it much better. Plus, just better uses stuff like smoke screens, I think, would also help Tiefflieger a bunch here versus Happycat. But there you go. Well played by Happycat. Some good plays there by him. So hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and cheers. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.